The pro-EU coalition, formed by Poland's centre-right Civic Platform and other pro-EU parties, could pose a real threat to law and justice in the upcoming European elections, if new polls are to be believed. Euronews reports that new polls suggest the coalition is running neck and neck with the Law and Justice Party, proving the tactic confirmed back in February is working. Civic Platform announced the coalition with the Socialist Democratic Left Alliance and Greens last month, following calls by European Council President Donald Tusk to form an alliance against the ruling party. The measure also received support from 10 former prime ministers and foreign ministers in Poland as opposition to law and justice grows more vocal and more vitriolic. A recent opinion poll by Kantar Millward Brown found Law and Justice losing support in the big cities and amongst younger voters, while the pro-EU European coalition benefits from clever electioneering. The poll shows the European coalition at 35% and Law and Justice at 33%. Another poll conducted by the Institute for Social Research and Market shows Law and Justice beating the European coalition by 2 points, at 40% to their 38%. Now, it's clear that the decision to form a coalition is working, and it could reduce Law and Justice's gains in the May elections. But the motivation behind this initiative tells us a lot about the state of politics in Europe and in Poland. First of all, it displays for all to see the motivations behind Civic Platform and other pro-EU parties in Poland. These are political parties motivated more by their hatred of conservatives and nationalists in Law and Justice than by their own convictions. They would rather focus on strategic electioneering than taking their message to the public. And there's good reason why. They know that their ideas alone cannot win. Secondly, the mere fact that Law and Justice has become unbeatable unless these parties join together shows a fundamental shift in thinking across Poland and much of Europe. The largest political party in Europe, the European People's Party, is projected to win only 174 seats out of 705 in the next election. That's its lowest forecast since June 2018, showing a clear shift towards Eurosceptic thinking on the continent. Combined with Britain's admittedly shambolic Brexit, the European Union can no longer count on the support of the major parties in Europe, because these historically major parties are being replaced by newcomers, as well as unashamedly patriotic parties like Law and Justice. The far left, the pro-EU centre-right and centre-left, and the green radicals across Europe are losing ground and can only stop the hemorrhaging of their support by coming together in unholy alliances that make no sense on any ground other than their support for the EU. In a recent piece for The Guardian, Civic Platform leader Grzegorz Schetina accused Law and Justice of creating division, stating, "When populists achieve power, as the ruling Law and Justice Party has in Poland, they dream of sowing division among democratic opposition parties. But we have overcome their cynical strategy by creating the European coalition of opposition forces." Which is it? Do Law and Justice sow division, or does his party have to cut dodgy deals with other parties just to try and beat them? Doesn't the fact that Law and Justice wins in a simple, fair fight tell us that the Polish people aren't as divided as he seems to suggest they are? Perhaps, instead, the Polish people are waking up to the lies told by Europhiles like him. With the European elections just a couple of months away, Law and Justice will have to take their campaigning up a gear to see off the threat from this dodgy coalition. But something tells me they won't need to worry so much. Europe should expect a surge of new populists at the end of May.